empowerment. It is also the opportunity for us to launch the annual campaign, which we prepare every year to highlight one key theme linked to the elimination of female genital mutilation. We will get to that soon. So this year, with the new EU mandate and some projects like Join Our Chain coming to their end, we are taking the opportunity to organize a full week of events here in Brussels, in the heart of European institution where so many important decisions that affect us. We need as a network to strengthen our collective voice to ensure that we push for the full implementation of the key policies that concern us and all authorities. This week is a great opportunity for all of us to enhance our key allies in the European Parliament, the European Commission, and the Council, and build new ones. So we are confident that the European and universal value we all embrace here today, rooted in human rights and the protection of the most vulnerable groups. So I would like maybe to, I would like to invite you to look together at the videos of, the contribution from the director of dear members, my name is It is an honor to speak to you today at the closing conference of the Join Our Chain project, where we celebrate the collective achievements of this important project. Join Our Chain, co-funded by the European Union, has been dedicated to preventing female genital mutilation, FGM, and early and forced marriage, EFM. These are severe violations of human rights that continue to affect millions worldwide. The stories of women that suffered from FGM are similar. They are about unbearable pain, lifelong health issues, the strong will for participation and education, as well as a hope for happiness. The project's focus has been on raising awareness, supporting survivors, and fostering long-term change within affected communities. It was proof of what we can achieve when working together with compassion and a shared vision for change. In less than 2 years, our committed community trainers have reached more than 2,600 community members through behavioral change activities and community events, around 100 community leaders, and around 860 key professionals across Germany, Italy, and Ireland. They represent lives touched, minds changed, and the beginning of a sustainable transformation within affected communities. I want to express my deepest gratitude to all the incredible community trainers. Their tireless efforts have created a powerful network of change. Join Our Chain achieved important milestones. The community trainers shared their strategies and best practices. The partners created new intervention chains for key professionals. The highlights were the great community events. It was a celebration of our achievement against FGM and EFM. Join Our Chain has amplified the voices of affected communities on a political level, advocating for a future free from violence and discrimination. Together, we are taking significant steps toward ensuring that all women and girls can live an intact, free, and equal life. I want to thank all our partners, activists, and community members for their outstanding dedication. Let's stand together, united in our mission to end FGM and EFM once and for all. Thank you very much for your work and commitment.
Thank you very much, Krista, and also Marianne, for setting the tone for today's discussion. As we move forward, let me briefly introduce you to today's agenda. We will launch the MFGM annual campaign, as Marianne announced, also present the Join Our Chain project results and community work with our community trainers, and engage in a panel discussion followed by a Q&A. Following this, we will have the poem presentation by Deborah Onion, our community trainer from Ireland. Please, Deborah, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Welcome everyone. In my work as a community trainer in Ireland, myself and a lady who is a survivor, what I rather call her now a process of change, we wrote this poem together. Her name is Chinyere Esther. And the title of the poem is I Was the Child. You took from me, but I am the one who carries the pain. The wound known unseen but never forgotten. I am the one who carried the shame for years, and the weight of a scar I did not choose. In my marriage, what was taken from me became a cage, a wedge between love and intimacy, reducing me to a vessel, a machine for life, for just childbirth, but not for living. A vessel to bear, to endure, and to obey. I know better now. It was not my shame to carry. I was the child. I was innocent. I was the victim. I am the victim of culture, of this society, of my family blind tradition, a tradition that never supported me. I will never support my girl child. Female genital mutilation no longer has to be. Today, I reclaim myself. I pour love into my wound, compassion into my scars. I forgive what I can and release what I cannot. I cuddle myself in grace, in care, in the fullness of my being. For I am more than what was taken from me. You broke a part of me, but you did not break all of me. I rise from the ashes of female genital mutilation tradition. I am whole despite the loss. I am a woman. I am becoming, and this woman is free. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Deborah, for these powerful words that really set the stage for today's discussion. Now I have the pleasure to passing the floor to Marianne, who will present the AkiDwA annual campaign. Marianne, the floor is yours.
Great, thank you, Caroline. So our network, has been playing a key role in, shaping the European efforts to eliminate female genital mutilation for over 10 years now. So, powered by our 39 organizations across, the 16 European countries, including, so we work, tirelessly to support and amplify their work, which include research, education, holistic support services, support to policy making and community engagement. So part of our role is to be at, the European platform for our members. Every year, we work on a communication campaign aimed at highlighting some specific aspect of the work to end female genital mutilation in Europe and beyond, and to raise awareness about the approach we encourage to follow. So let's move maybe to the next slide. So as we, for those who don't know, so female genital mutilation include all procedures involving, the partial or total removal of external female genitalia or other injury to the female genital organs for non-medical reasons. So it's a grave violations of human rights rooted in patriarchy. So a practice which also aim at controlling women's sexuality and reinforcing discrimination. So in Europe, over 600,000 women and girls have undergone FGM and 190 girls are at risk every year. So despite progress in some areas, we still face major challenges. For example, when it comes to addressing the needs of migrant communities, arriving through family reunification, strengthening prevention for in region where resources are limited, ensuring a coordinated intersectional approach to tackle female genital mutilation across all sectors of the society. So today, I'm honored to use this opportunity to reveal the theme of the 2025 and the GMEU annual campaign, Invest, Prevent FGM, Building a Future Free from Female Genital Mutilation. So we have chosen this theme because, to highlight the critical needs to invest in sustainable prevention strategy to eliminate female genital mutilation. So let me walk you through it very briefly. So this year campaign shines the lights on the urgent needs for sustainable prevention focused strategy to eliminate female genital mutilation. It will focus on implementing European and international frameworks, such as the EU Directive on Violence Against Women and the Istanbul Convention. So the campaign will also focus on recognizing female genital mutilation as a form of gender-based violence and a severe human rights violation. Adopting a survivor-centered approach, the campaign calls for the implementation of prevention strategies that protect women and girls from female genital mutilation, promote gender equality, social justice, and long-term community gender transformative approaches. So female genital mutilation has severe psychological, physical, and economic consequences affecting individuals, families, communities, and national economies. So by advocating for investing in prevention, the campaign highlights the long-term socioeconomic benefits of female genital mutilation prevention, contributing to a fairer, more equitable, and right-respecting society. So the campaign goals of the years, the Invest to Prevent Female Genital Mutilation campaign aim to drive the implementation of the key commitments at the international level with a focus on prevention and protection, advocates for increased funding, which is a big challenge that we all experience here in the room as organization. Advocates for increased funding for female genital mutilation prevention and protection programs, such as gender change projects. But also, ensuring that resources are tailored to the needs and demands of female genital mutilation affected communities and grassroots organizations. So the campaign goals, one of the goals of this campaign is also to amplify the voices of communities and youth, as we are also before, and it is the case with the gender change project. Creating spaces for community-led change and promoting gender transformative approaches, promotes an intersectional approach to female genital mutilation elimination, emphasizing the importance of prevention strategies, but also raise awareness to the physical, psychological, and social consequences of female genital mutilation, stressing the need for accurate data and effective policy making. So why investing in prevention? So we all know the impact of female genital mutilation on the society. So female genital mutilation perpetuates a cycle of gender inequalities and poor health incomes, imposing significant costs on communities, public services, but also on economies. Regarding health, physical and psychological harm, so including 30% higher childbirth complication for women who have undergone female genital mutilation. On economy, female genital mutilation incurs an average of over 50K per $50,000 per woman in healthcare loss productivity and expense. So those data, are originating from the United States and WHO. And in terms of education, girls who have undergone female genital mutilation are 20% less likely to complement primary education, perpetuating the cycle of gender inequalities. And the benefit of prevention. Why we should invest in prevention, long-term sustainable prevention. Why we should, support a project like Join Our Change. A lot of projects that we only implemented, for example, Join Our Change and other projects. So the benefit, let me share you some benefits of prevention. So first of all, the benefit of prevention, we're breaking the cycle of violence and improving the well-being of women and girls, benefiting society as a whole. Strengthening communities. In regions where female genital mutilation has declined, there's greater social cohesion, improve intergenerational relationship, and increased trust. Building resilient society. Investing in female genital mutilation prevention, strength healthcare system, promote gender equality, and advance sexual and reproductive health and rights. Empowering women and fostering growth. Freed from violence, women and girls can fully participate in society, drive positive change, and advocate for equality. So by investing in prevention, we can, we can save money. So and then you have this study made by UK. So €1 investing in €1 investing in prevention is fully worth that in terms of support services. So we should invest because it also save government billions in healthcare and broader support costs, but also foster economic growth by enabling women and girls to reach their full potential. So this year we had a campaign to nearer, as every year. And during the whole year, we will, focus on each month on different, thematic and aspects of the theme of this year. So, as we are all here with policymakers, with NGOs, we call to action. So, the Invest to Prevent Female Genital Mutilation campaign calls on governments, institutions, donors, and civil society to prioritize prevention in their investment and funds, to scale up proven prevention and protection strategies, as and the rest of the project. Ensure the full participation of affected communities in decision-making process. So I'm really glad we have this international conference today with the community trainers. So this is also a great achievement. We need more specialists. And also create a future where no girls and women had to endure the trauma of female genital mutilation. So please join us. We invite you to join this movement. Share your stories, your prevention stories. I really like the point that you share with us. And share the strategy, the prevention strategy that you all in place in your different countries, and using the hashtag invest to prevent female genital mutilation and female genital mutilation. So together we can build a future free from female genital mutilation where every woman and girl can thrive. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marianne, for sharing the campaign of this year and inviting us all to take part. Additionally, we have a special message from Hajj Al-Habib, the Commissioner on Equality, Preparedness, and Crisis Management, which we will now play.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, zero tolerance. As we mark International Day for Zero Tolerance for Female Genital Mutilation, this must be our main message. Zero tolerance, today and every day. We must stop this harmful practice and put it in the dustbin of history. Today, More than 200 million girls and women are victims of this cruel practice around the world, and more than 600,000 are suffering from its consequences right here in our European Union, with 190,000 at risk of suffering the same fate. Dear friends, let's call female genital mutilation what it is: a gross violation of human rights and a gross violation of the rights and safety of children. It is a dark symbol of control over women and girls' sexuality, causing severe damage that lasts a lifetime, both physical and psychological. In the EU, we are taking action to end this harmful practice and to stop all forms of violence against women. Just last year, the EU adopted the Directive on Combating Violence Against Women and Domestic Violence. This requires member states to criminalize female genital mutilation as a self-standing offense, put in place prevention measures and trainings for health and professionals, provide survivors with specialist support, and collect data on reported cases and convictions. The EU has also joined the Istanbul Convention, which bans female genital mutilation. Our upcoming roadmap on women's rights and gender equality strategy will also be powerful milestones in building a future free from discrimination and violence. But we can't do it alone. We need everyone on board to end female genital mutilation. National governments, civil society, healthcare professionals, religious and community leaders, and of course, the survivors themselves. We are also stepping up cooperation with our international partners, including the United Nations, to make this a global fight. Dear friends, women and girls are our future. We must protect them, empower them, and build a world where they can live freely, in safety, and with dignity. You can count on me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Lari, for your special message. Now, let's delve into the impactful work of Join Our Change project. With us is Petra Kepler from TERRE DES FEMMES, who will present the project results along with the community work of the team. Petra, thank you very much for your yours.
Thank you, Gerard. Yeah, a warm welcome from my side, dear fellow activists, dear allies, dear Maria Noichl, Member of Parliament. And yes, we met a very nice commissioner yesterday. It was really a good meeting, and we heard a lot of interesting information about directives and what will be going on within the next month and years. Yeah, so a huge thanks, first of all, to NFGMU for hosting this 3-day event. You need to know that we already met on Sunday for a consortium meeting, and this was followed by the European Exchange meeting yesterday. This was really exciting, and when I call a highlight, I would say this was my first highlight to see all of you here in Brussels, and we have such impactful exchange, and yeah, this was really impressive. So yes, it's my pleasure to be part of this closing conference today, as well as to introduce you for key facts of Join Our Change. Of course, we have the major aim to eliminate female genital mutilation, as well as early and forced marriage, EFM. We did this with our 3 partner countries in Ireland, Italy, and Belgium. And we are just coming to an end this month of the Join Our Change project. The project duration has been for 2 years.
And there has been various levels of this project. So when we have a look on the micro level, of course, we're talking about measures to eliminate the issues through sensitization and behavior change activities. And the 24 amazing community trainers with 3 countries worked over 2 years on that. Then we are talking about the meso level. For example, we developed 3 intervention chains in 3 countries, and FGM did 3 video tutorials to accompany these intervention chains, and we will see later on one of the videos. Yes. And last but not least, we have this macro level, so giving communities a voice at the political level, for example, by lobbying meetings or international conferences in Brussels. So we are sitting in this very room today to do that. Yeah. The question is, how did we achieve these goals? Of course, it's all about community empowerment, and community work. You all know that. So if you are talking to your communities or hosting community events, you're feeling how impactful and important this work is. We did as well sensitization of community leaders. So I would say this kind of next level, so behavior change activities, the meetings as well, community events, and this could be cooking together or dancing together or singing together. It just could be in contact with the community. And on the other hand, it's about the sensitization of key professionals. This means we did trainings and workshops with key professionals from FGM and EFM in various sectors, for example, from the medical, educational, and social sector. Last but not least, as I already mentioned, we had the Spaak intervention chains and the new video tutorials, and of course, awareness raising is so important. So we need to do awareness raising campaigns on FGM and EFM via advocacy meetings on national or EU level, or just via our new social media channel via Instagram. I think you are already follower of Join Our Chain. So let's do a small deep dive into the development of the intervention chain model, which is a comprehensive tool for pre-professionals, linking them to legal frameworks. So it's for cultural sensitive approaches and emergency procedures. So this chain was a product of the dedicated workgroups in every country we worked with. So we created 3 intervention chains for Germany, Italy, and Ireland. And I would like to highlight that this was based on the experience in the former chain project. So in the former chain project, we did already an intervention chain model. And now we thought about, okay, how can we improve this brochure? And therefore we did put the evaluation results of our colleague Hannah Fanslet, and she did interviews with stakeholders and key professionals, and then we analyzed these results and said, okay, what shall we do? So we created working groups of key professionals who supported us. This has been on various levels, stakeholders like ministries, authorities, police, doctors, etc. For example, in Germany, we work with the Ministry of Social Affairs, Health and Integration, the State Office of Criminal Investigation, lawyers, contact points for affected women and girls. You see, this is really a wide range of key professionals and experts. So, what has been the goals of the new guideline? Really basic knowledge about FGM and EFM and the link between the 2 practices. Really important to understand. And as well, tailored support for girls and women affected and at risk. And this is important as well. Create more safety for professionals when dealing with affected and those at risk. So when they ask themselves, what can we do? And I am facing a case of FGM or EFM here. What
So what has been the new aspects of this intervention chain, a journal chain, as well as linking to existing brochures, was updating the addresses and contact points. So you need to know how to call, you need to know how to contact. This is very important. And we created new case studies, for example, on the asylum law. This was not in the former brochure, and we did a new case study advising during pregnancy. Then we had a procedure plan, 10 steps, the dangerous situation, step 1, 2, 3, and so on. What can I do? And other topics has been a school, day care center, police. We did a new case study as well on that. So we thought, how can we provide the key professionals a guiding line? So we created some guiding questions. For example, what information about FGM and EFM do I need to help the person concerned? Or if I suspect cases of FGM and EFM, where can I go? So this is really handy. This is really just hands-on. Sorry. What is the most helpful pilot approach to address the issue of FGM and EFM? Stuff like that. So in Germany, after almost 1 year of group work and preparation, and I'm quite sure it was similar in Italy and Ireland, we finished this new intervention chain model and held a national launch conference, and it will be found on our website. So we can provide you a direct link. We have no printed copy because we did this only online, but you can really easily download this brochure. So, yeah, at the end of the session, as I already said, we will see the video tutorial. But finally, thanks to the work of community trainers, we reached in total our goals in the 3 countries. And we not just reached our goals, we overachieved them by doing these numbers. Priska already said, but it's my pleasure to repeat them. The sensitization of over 100 community leaders, sensitization of 2,600 community members, and the sensitization of 857 key professionals. So we owe this success to our great communities. Thank you for your incredible commitment. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Edward, for your presentation. Now we will hear directly from our community trainers that were key on implementing the intervention chains at community work. First, I would like to give the floor to Rodrigo from AkiDwA Ireland. Rodrigo, the floor is
everyone. I'm Rodrigo Kungu, and I'm a community trainer. I've been working on the ground on the issue of FGM and EFM. During our stand with a project and at ending the dangerous practice of FGM and early and forced marriage. These 2 issues are interrelated. They are going together. When we are talking about FGM, it's the same we can talk about sex marriage. So, girls and women, they are cut. They are going through FGM for men to control them. Someone is controlling you in private, then control you in public. So, in Ireland, with AkiDwA, we are 8 community trainers, 6 women, and 2 men. What we did was huge. We raised awareness in national level. We participate in more than 10 trainings on FGM and EFM using our schools. Talking about FGM, was using schools, because we have schools, how we can bring the issue of FGM. Among the schools, we have like body map, we have like the river, the flower, culture, human rights. So all those tools bring the issues of human rights. And we had 17 training for the key professionals. On those training, we was talking about FGM and EFM. We trained 14 community leaders on the danger of FGM and EFM. And also, we organize and participate in a community event. So all of us, as trainers, we organize events. How we did? We invite our community, adults and children. Around the table, you know, when you are eating, is a nice moment to pass the message. And after, we pass our message on FGM and EFM. So after, we create a safe space where question was asking on FGM and EFM. So we raise awareness, and now FGM is not anymore taboo. Is everyone can come out, talk about FGM in the family, in our community, and during the event, we invite them, the church leader, they come to the event. So it's not a taboo. Now we can talk about FGM, we can come out, we can discuss between adults and children, between youth and adults. The project was well received in Ireland.
Please, Rodrigo, could you please wrap up your intervention?
Okay. Working on FGM and EFM at the 3 levels of community leaders and stakeholders level, create a protection like no other for women and girls who have undergone FGM and EFM. In our stories, there have been many harmful practices that have happened. Why not FGM and EFM? So, as a man, we must stand together to end FGM. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rodrigo. Now I pass the floor to Fatuma Ndiapiata, a community trainer from TERRE DES FEMMES, Germany. Fatu, the floor is yours. Yes, we will play a video for Fatu's intervention.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Fatuma Ndiapiata. I am originally from Senegal, but living in Germany. And today it's a big honor for me to present the work we have been doing in Germany with our team, with the support of TERRE DES FEMMES. As you can see, FGM is quite a very difficult subject to talk about. Before we started the work, we started with that training. And during the training, we were invited to share about our home countries, how we can handle the communities as like part of the people we would like to reach. Then it was quite very interesting because seeing the number of the girls, let's say 20,000 girls was like physical in Germany, and this number can be like what I call iceberg. Then it was very important to get ready to talk about EFM, and we did not exclude any group of people inside. We had like all gender, I mean, men, African people all over the world. And when we was done with the training, then we started the behavior change activities, which is the DCA. And during the DCA, we did not let also any place empty. We was like in the church, in the mosque, when there is like a naming ceremony, a birthday, we was everywhere. Even during the religious ceremony, we was going to the communities, trying to see how we can bring the information to let them know that in Germany, the entrance can take up the reconstruction, to try to give them the right information that they know that they need in case of they ask for asylum and so on. And then, as I said, we did not let anyone behind, religious people, no gender, everyone was really involved in the work we was doing. And then when we was done with the PCA, then there was what I will call the training of like the key professional people. And among also the key professional people who went in like schools, hill schools, we try also to get like a imam involved, you see. And for us, it was very important to make sure that we gonna reach any single person, even like a football team was also invited because they are youth and they can really bring the information where we want. And then I think the engagement from the group was really effective with the support with TERRE DES FEMMES, because sometimes the communities were not very receptive, seeing us like the white, black women who come to teach them about their culture and their tradition. And let's keep in mind that when they travel to Europe, it's not to hear such kind of information. They come to look for better life and so on. But we did not really stop ourselves by that. We just struggle and go. But during also the work we have done, we just realized that in the group, we didn't have the same level of understanding about the project. And we decided sometime to get together, like from a dinner, you see, and we sometimes we visited people in their houses. We try to see which kind of problem do you have during your work, how I can improve your competencies and so on. And it's very important to say we try also to contextualize the work we are doing in Africa to Germany and say, okay, look, this is really working there, and why should not here? Then we try. Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes, I think the most hardest group we was handling was like the men who did not want sometimes to hear. They say that, it's like, it's very normal to be cut. Sometimes they listen also back to our home country, how things are going there, and they just stand and just make like a barrage. Then really thank you for the support you're doing. Thank you, Petra, and thanks for the openness for Italy, Ireland, we're together, and I think together we're strong.
Thank you very much. Now I give the floor to Stella AkiDwA for the presentation.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Stella AkiDwA. I'm from Nigeria. I've been with ActionAid since 2016. Today, I will be talking about what is actually a community trainer, and later, what is the role of community trainer. We all know that for a community trainer, it has to be somebody that has the ability to impart knowledge to people, to train people in the community. A community trainer has to be somebody that is very well versed with the law. We love the country and also we love the country which we're coming from. A community trainer has to be somebody that is very accommodating, is well known and well recognized in society. A community trainer too have to have the quality, the ability to have a listening mind, a listening skill without criticizing, because it's very important that we have to listen to our men and women and guests, to young guests when they're speaking to us. A community trainer to have to be somebody that have the time to dedicate. What is important is time dedication, because at times when we are in the people, we are working with them, they could come with other things, asking maybe you can accompany them to some other services, you can be present with them. So this thing also gives them a way of confidence to know that even when I'm passing through some difficulties, I have somebody which is in my community which I can relate to. So a community trainer is somebody that can accommodate. We really have to accommodate that thinking that is so stressful to you. What is more important is that the community trainer to have to be very in empathy. We really have to have that same spirit of empathy, because the people, our community we are working with, we all have the same problem. We live in the same problem. We share the same problem. We are victims of this our tradition and our culture. So what is important is when you have someone in front, you really have to be broad, open-minded, open your mind and be able to listen to whatever he or she is speaking to you. So after several years, then I will now go to what we in Italy, what we really did. And it is true that as a community trainer, we did so many things. Then I will talk about two aspects of it, which is very important. Before then, I would now want to talk about the role. Our principal role was number one. We have the help of the ActionAid team in Italy, who were able to train more than 300 people, key workers. Don't forget that the community trainer, they are keys to implement the project of the chain. Because without it, it's very difficult to implement the project. So being this as a assignment for us, we are very trained in a way that we can prevent and contrast these practices. Because when these two things doesn't go on, it's very difficult for the chain to end this practice. So this is what we did, helping to train our key professionals too, because the key professionals, they work in centers, they work in services where they are able to do these things. So with our help, we train them so that they are not having a confused mind, they are able to understand exactly what is FMG and the same time Then another thing the community trainer had to be the role we are is the same thing that we are like a reference.
Your intervention.
Okay, we are reference to our community. So being a reference to community meaning that we are leaders and people who are in society. At the same time, we are bridges to that bridge between the communities and the service provider. We are 8 numbers in which we have one main from different countries. We are from Senegal, Nigeria, Somalia, Egypt, Ivory Coast, Gambia, and Pakistan. So at the end of the day, too, we were able to train more than 500. We were able to contact around 20 people in our services. And these people, thanks to the services we receive from the leaders, community leaders. So we're able to bring our project and home and drive it work together. Exactly what we do. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Stella. Now we will watch the video of the community, the intervention today, the video tutorials.
Female genital mutilation, FGM, and early and forced marriage, EFM. When facing these types of violence, you may feel unsure on how to best recognize, provide support and protection for affected women and girls. What will you do in this situation? The intervention chain model provides a set of guidelines by and for professionals to collaborate and share expertise in addressing FGM and EFM cases. Being part of a local intervention chain means that instead of working alone, you collaborate effectively with other services, including social, healthcare, legal, and asylum actors. This model empowers you to ensure adequate support based on sharing skills and expertise. In other words, you become a link within a larger, holistic chain of intervention. Each situation is different. Intervention chains are a clear roadmap for action, outlining the simple key steps to follow, chronologically or not, with the help and expertise of cultural mediators. The first phase of the intervention chain model enables you as a first point of contact to detect signs of FGM and EFM, and to do preliminary identification based on a list of indicators, individual interviews, and a first risk assessment. The second phase provides a framework for you to assess the options. There are different possible chains of interventions based on whether the person affected is a woman or a girl, and which type of violence she is facing. Once you have decided which is best, you'll be able to refer the woman or girl to one or more services in the area, and if needed, accompany her. In the third and last main phase, specialist services can provide assistance and protection, starting with urgent short-term support, and then implement a mid- and long-term support and protection plan based on the person's situation and needs. Thanks to the intervention chain model, we can join forces to ensure timely and effective interventions and make a real difference in the lives of affected women and girls. Join your local intervention chain and be part of the movement to prevent and end FGM and EFM. Contact AkiDwA at caroline@akidwa.ie.
Well, that was an insightful first part of the conference. Now let's take a little break to re-energize. I want to give the floor to Fatou, Sister Spaak.
Come on, make noise. Okay, I know we have been going some very hard days because our goal is the same. We just want to make something very good. Sometimes it's not so negative to just do like this because we want to improve. As I said, this is the cuckoo, but let me make some noise and just we go. And then maybe we can also try something. While he plays the song, we're gonna sing together, okay? To make a dynamize. If you're okay, then I'm done with the song, yeah? Ayuli, everybody. You say, when I say, Ayuli, you say, everybody. Ayuli, no, not like in the church. And this was the little fantasy in the laughter. Yes, that one, don't worry. You make it loud, you say that. So we just have some couple minutes. You want to say, we go. One more time. Ayuli. Ayuli. Yesterday, one man from Burkina Faso wanted to say Chibujel. He said Chibujel. This is what I'm hearing from the North. Thank you.
There.
Thank you for your work. Not every day we have the opportunity to dance in the European Parliament. So now I invite our next speakers to the stage. Please welcome Diane, Evariste, and Deborah. Now, and also Benedetta.
Can you take Evariste?
For the moderation.
Can you take your name with you, please? Just the name tag, so you put it there.
Their name, start your name. Just put that. I'm going to talk.
Thanks.
You are going to talk.
Yeah.
Start your name. Take your name.
Great, thank you. Good morning, everyone. And good to be here. Thank you to the community to join this next session, where we will discuss a little bit more how the community engagement can help in prevent and contrast the marriage. So the first question is going to be to Deborah, and I will ask her actually if she can tell us a bit which are the best practices and lessons that were learned from the training of the key professionals and the development of the intervention framework. The first one is yours.
Thank you so much, Ben. And once again, thank you, everyone, and welcome. And for us in Ireland, I suppose for us, collaboration was key. Collaboration, best practice collaboration, and continuous collaboration. What's interesting was when we started, the key stakeholders were really interested in supporting our work and learning more about FGM. So we worked with the HSP, and families. Interestingly, the radio network in our local community gave us the slot to have conversation around FGM. So that was really one good practice that happened for us. And the second one is the cultural competence part. Interestingly, key stakeholders, as much as they were open to learning about FGM and supporting our work, there's a bit of cultural shock around what was happening, and for us to really narrow it down as a practice is not generally the old culture of where we're coming from. It is a practice. Our cultures and our values are valid, but that particular culture, we continue to emphasize that it was a practice. I suppose another best practice for us was the time for the women, coming into the space and giving them that time to listen, to respect them, and respect their stories, and creating brave spaces and safe spaces for them, and to support the women to rephrase their story and to know that FGM is a part of who a woman is, but it's not a whole of who a woman, or what a woman is and what a woman stands for, and what the girl child stands for. So that's some of the best practices that happen for us. FGM is a human rights issue, and it's not for just global south. It is a general issue that affects all of us. And if one woman is saying, every woman is saying. So I suppose that's what we will continue to do. But I like to emphasize continuous collaboration, because once you stop changes, it's a ripple effect. You support one person, that one person supports another. When we stop doing that and creating that awareness and creating space for information and continuous development, somehow it stops. And then it's just one person carrying the weight and saying, I have to switch to because it's a collaborative thing. It's more powerful that way.
Thank you, Deborah. Absolutely. And I will now ask another question to our colleague Evariste from Germany about the opportunities for further engagement and policy development from this work.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone, and welcome once again to the site. I'm very happy to be here today. To be honest, it's my first time being here. Good morning again to Maria Noichl. I'm very happy to meet you, here today. My name is Evariste. I'm originally from Cameroon. I've been working with TERRE DES FEMMES for over 10 years already as a community trainer. As has been said before by Stella, what is doing with community trainer. So we are doing a lot of work. So we work with the community, we deliver training to key professionals, doctors, teachers, and so on. And here, it is not a easy job. So working with the community, we have to prepare for that. It's not like you just decide once without preparing yourself for it. You have to know how to behave with them. You have to prepare many materials. You have to train, to deliver some training to be professional. So the demand today is, as I've been working for 10 years with TERRE DES FEMMES, the project is going always continuing. So the question is, what is with people who maybe after 6 years, but continue with the project? Are they recognized as community trainer? What do they have a status in the community? So I can tell you a story. When I started within this project, I can tell you that I met Fatou as a mentor. Fatou had a lot of knowledge in this area. Yeah, she really empowered us. She gave us a lot of input on that area. But today, Fatou has the stature of a community trainer. But I can say no, she's not a community trainer. She's really, I can say she's a professor. Yeah. So I would like to know. After 10 years, it would be nice for us as community trainer that we recognize that this work to be recognized as on the legal way, as maybe a state recognized experts in this field, FGM and so that this can give the possibility for us, even after this project, we can work in this field abroad. We don't have to work in this always in this project. Yeah. So, and when working with the community, we also have some committee members who became multi-tires. And these suppliers always work within their family. They do what we do, so they sensitize their respective families and so on. And these people must be supported. Yeah. So, and last but not least, we also have this asylum, asylum seekers. Yeah. Um, the Convention of Geneva and the study of Istanbul has to be respected, because I know many survivors who are on the way to be deported because there has not been funds for them to rest in Germany. So thank you. That is all.
A very important topic about the recognition for community trainers who works in the project and who is in the community is very much aware of this, but it is important that we try always to bring externally to all the stakeholders. Thank you for that. And then I move now to Rehan, who will talk to us a little bit about some of the good practices and some of the strategies to end FGM and early and forced marriage with her experience on it. Thank you, Benedetta. Ladies and gentlemen, we gather here today united by a common goal to end female genital mutilation, FGM, and early and forced marriage, EFM. This harmful practice continues to violate the rights, health, and dignity of millions of women and girls worldwide. Ending them requires not just policy, but commitment, action, and an approach that brings together individuals, community, and institutions. One of the fundamental principles in this fight is ensuring that all women affected by FGM and EFM have the right to access services freely and in a timely manner, without discrimination. Regardless of immigration status, language, or religion, every woman must be able to receive the medical, psychological, and legal support she needs. No woman should be turned away or feel afraid to speak. A key pillar of effective intervention is the recognition and empowerment of community trainers. They are essential because they understand the cultural and social context in which FGM and EFM occur. They build trust and challenge harmful norms. However, their work often remains undervalued. This must change. Community trainers deserve financial recognition and visibility, ensuring that their efforts are sustainable and impactful. Furthermore, community trainers should be integrated as staff members in migration reception centers. Many women arriving as asylum seekers or refugees have already suffered from FGM or are at risk of EFM. Another essential strategy is engaging men in our work against FGM and EFM. It has been proved through the project that it is a good practice to end both of them. In fact, too often, efforts focus only on women, but men, fathers, brothers, community leaders, and religious figures hold the power to drive the real change. Breaking the cycle can only happen if men are part of the conversation. Access to medical and psychological support for women who have experienced trauma due to FGM and EFM must also be a priority. The physical and emotional consequences of this practice are long lasting, from chronic pain and complications in childbirth to anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder. Healthcare professionals must be trained to recognize and answer to their needs with sensitivity and expertise. No woman should suffer in silence. Collaboration is key. During the Join Our Shame project, we experienced in many ways that to end FGM and EFM is required coordination effort across different sections, including healthcare, education, legal system, social services, and organization. Only through collective action we can put an end to these violations. Change is possible. We have already seen progress in countries where awareness, advocacy, and policy changes have led to a decline in FGM and EFM cases. But we must not stop until these practices are eradicated everywhere. Every girl deserves the right to education, health, and self-determination. Every woman deserves to live in dignity without fear or faith. Together, we can build a future where FGM and EFM are no longer tolerated, and where every woman and girl is free to live her life on her own terms. Thank you. Thank you very much, Pam, and thank you to all of you. This hearing is always incredibly inspirational and gives us a lot of motivation. I just want to now open the floor to see if anyone had any comments or any question that wants to ask to our community trainers here. If anyone wants to now join, it's your time to do so. I can see one hand over there. Yeah, you can speak. You just need to turn your mic on and ask your question. Thank you.
Grazie. Grazie per essere qua, grazie agli organizzatori, grazie a tutte le organizzazioni che lavorano per arrivare a veramente un giorno perché non esiste più MGF o qualche bambino che possa dire che cos'è MGF, di che cosa si tratta, spero di arrivarci. Io faccio parte dell'Italia, sono una community trainer e abbiamo fatto un percorso molto lungo dove è stato coinvolto vari paesi europei dove hanno formato e informato sia community trainer o operatori sanitari o delle comunità ospitanti a capire questo fenomeno e come approcciarlo. È stato fatto una bella catena di intervento molto lungo dove arriva. La mia domanda è: se questa catena di intervento non riesce ad arrivare nel paese di origine, dove ci sono degli eroi e la loro voce non si sente, dove lavorano con difficoltà senza avere nessun strumento, nessun sostegno economico, nessun sostegno di scambio, e vorremmo arrivare a fermare questa pratica qua. Se manca un collegamento tra l'Europa e il paese di origine e la catena di intervento non arriva a questi paesi, allora diventa molto difficile da poter pensare che noi possiamo eliminare. Perché i paesi di origine, qui abbiamo tante possibilità. La nostra voce possiamo anche dirlo a voce alta. Nei paesi di origine a volte ci sono delle difficoltà dove non hanno alleati a livello governativo, a livello dei leaders, a livello dei leader religiosi, ci sono delle difficoltà. Formare e creare formazione a dei community trainer che hanno già questo background culturale e sanno di che cosa si tratta. Io mi chiedo, adesso che vogliamo allargare questo progetto che è stato fatto qua, avete pensato di fare un passo in più e collegare ogni paese di community trainer che sono seduti qua? Se io lavoro con la comunità somala in Italia e riesco anche a dare aiuto alla comunità da dove io provengo, degli strumenti per poter arginare il fenomeno, forse potremmo avere un impatto di più. È una domanda. Grazie.
Grazie, Edna. Thank you, Edna, for your comment and question. I'm just going to collect one more and then ask one of you starting for the answer for Edna. Then I will ask you to tell her your thoughts. If there's any other comments, I'll collect that as well. Yes, from the back of the room. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Larissa. My colleague from Support Europe. First of all, I want to really greet for your full efforts. That it's really nice to see how you have put together this joint intervention. That's worked very well, and seeing that how you are working on the ground. So congratulations on everything. I wanted to mention as well because we were also looking before working together. We are as a leading umbrella organization with the members, 81 members in 36 countries. So I would always like to connect that way. We are also working on one project, and that's why I'm also here, and I'm happy to be part of here of this event. And it's called international prevention of harmful practices, but with the focus on, let's say, European Union and the migration population inside the European Union. We are having now also our final conference on the 6th this week, when it is a very important day, and I'm sure all of you knows. So in that sense, I would like just to mention that we would be happy to continue to work together in this area. We are connected to this project in the 4 countries, also in Italy, Greece, Portugal, and Belgium. And we provided also training for the first-line practitioners, but focusing on harmful practices generally, but we can focus on the FGM, early marriages, harmful and honor crimes. We are also still providing awareness sessions that will be the upcoming period. 2 of them is left, so you are more than welcome to join us, and we will be happy to work further. That's all I didn't know. Will I have a moment to mention this during the discussion? But anyway, congratulations, and keep we the doing work.
For this, I mean, it's important that Deborah was mentioning earlier about continued collaboration and coordination for us. I feel confident in talking on behalf of everyone. We're always very happy to know that there are, the struggle is joined with others. So thank you for your comment. And now ask who wants to answer the question from Edna about the work in the countries of origin. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, this is a very interesting question because since I'm working with TERRE DES FEMMES, we also ask this question: how can we also work with the people in Africa, for example? That is always the main answer always came is that as the project is financed by the EU, so it will be difficult to support this. Because you have to be within the European Union. But from my point of view, I think there are many other organizations which finance this kind of projects for us. So that is the only solution that we have. I have the chance that I work, for example, for another organization from Africa. That's an organization founded by my mother-in-law, for example. So when I don't work maybe for TERRE DES FEMMES, also for Mama Africa, because the work is based in Africa. So it's also a project financed by another organization. So yeah, so that's how we work. And yeah, we also get like some information from some because there are some change trainer among us who do the same work, working here in Europe and working in Africa. So then all these projects are always financed by the EU. Yeah, I know that we have everywhere in Africa and also in Europe survivor community members. So yeah, what can we really do? It's not a very easy task, So yeah, we just we do what we have, because this question have been always come in the house. Even I think some days we talk about it. Is it also possible? Even this morning, my colleague was talking about this. Maybe the no. Yes, like exchange in Senegal, that we go there for maybe for a campaign, So that is the question. We don't know if the EU can accept it, because it's not in Europe, So yeah.
Yes, of course, thank you, guys. Deborah wants to add something.
Yeah, I was just going to give like my own personal story. In 2018, that AkiDwA was the first time we started talking about FGM, and I remember calling home to my sister, and I was saying, do you know this FGM thing is really not, it's a human rights violation, and she was like, what are you talking about? So for a lot of us, like back home, even though we know the pain that a woman goes through with FGM, we don't have a word for it to say it's wrong, because it is like the general no. So as I was getting educated on the space of advocacy, I was talking to one person, those were 5 girls, and I thought if I'm able to share that information to 5 girls, 5 of them would eventually start talking to their friends about it. So that was my own personal story, taking the message back home. But on a broader scale, that needs to happen.
Yes, thank you, Deborah, for this. Because what I think you both are sharing also is the fact that all of you are activists. You're not only community trainers for the project, or I think I can say most of you probably already have started working back home on this. But what we need is an institutional answer, as you're saying, policies and funding that are transnational and that can help you to do that in a more structured way. So thank you for this. And I see someone else who wants to comment.
Wenn es möglich ist, ich werde Deutsch sprechen. Wenn es möglich ist, würde ich auch noch gerne eine Frage stellen. Ich habe die Bilder gesehen, die Bilder der Community, Lehrer, Lehrerinnen, wie immer ich sie benennen möchte. Woher nehmt ihr diese Kraft? Denn es ist so ein Berg an Arbeit, der vor uns allen liegt, dass eine Welt frei von Genitalverstümmelung wird. Und ich sah eure Gesichter, ich sah, wie ihr mit Kraft und mit Freude hier rangeht. Meine Frage ist, woher nehmt ihr diese innere Kraft, immer wieder neu anzufangen, jeden Morgen immer wieder neu anzufangen? Und die andere Frage ist, wie geht man damit um, wenn man merkt, dass sich der Zug so langsam bewegt? Wenn man merkt, dass so langsam Änderungen entstehen, denn das hat ja sehr viel auch damit zu tun, wie geht man mit sich selber um. Und diese 2 Fragen würden mich interessieren. Woher kommt die Kraft und wie geht man mit Rückschritten um oder mit Versagen, wenn einmal was nicht geklappt hat? Denn nur wenn man das gut managen kann, kann man ja in den nächsten Tag starten. Und ich bin also gerade mit den Bildern und auch mit den, was ich schon hören konnte, bin wahnsinnig begeistert und spürt ihr im Raum, nicht nur durch die Sängerin, aber spürt ihr im Raum eine ganz ja. Danke.
Thank you very much, Maria Noichl. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Thank you for your questions and your support. I don't know who else again wants to answer this. Deborah, please.
And so where does the strength come from? And for me, I love reading, and I have a law degree from Nigeria, so I know that I need to equip myself for this kind of work. So having all the training from AkiDwA, I also did like a postgraduate diploma in trauma studies, and that allowed me to be able to name what was happening. So having that skill supports me, and when I get to meet women that have gone through FGM or any issue, any mental health concern and mental issues, the first thing for me is to be able to listen to what the woman is saying to me. I suppose I call it a little bit of emotional intelligence, to be able to listen and know what support that is. But the first, what I notice a lot of times is they just want you, they just want to be heard. The woman just wants to be heard. This is how this is what I'm going. It's not straight away going to victim mode. This is how I'm feeling. And to validate that story and say, whatever you've gone through, whatever you're still going through is valid. Honoring that woman's story. And in honoring that woman's story, I'm also honoring my story. Sometimes things will come up. So I learned skills like breathing and box breathing, and I sit down and breathe. You know, you learn all this. And with time, you find out that some of them want to go into therapy, they want to talk more. So, because I'm not a licensed professional, but I am looking for mental health. And I give tools that supports you. You can go for running, join women's group. Like when women gather, it's so powerful. And a lot of times, a woman that has gone through any form of abuse, forced marriage or FGM, once they start talking, other women identify, oh yeah, that's happened to me, and that happened to me. So that safe space and brave space is really important because it allows women to come together, to own their story, own their pain. But there's more to me than this pain, than FGM. I'm also a mother, I'm also a teacher, and even in all of that, the woman has always been a leader. You have to we have to remind ourselves the part of us that's strong and lean into that as we face all the vulnerability. And I suppose that's where all the resilience comes from for us. Like sometimes when we talk, when a woman is talking about her pain, she's smiling, but she's owning. This happened to me. I'm not going to run away from it. It happened to me as a child, and I couldn't do anything about it. But what I can do now is to support another woman and support another woman. So in that process, also support. That's the simplest way.
Sabrina also to answer this. Thank you. And we'll go with Italia.
La mia forza personalmente arriva nel momento in cui io so di avere la possibilità di portare la voce di qualcun altro negli ambienti che io frequento. Sapere che ho avuto amiche o cugine che hanno subito le mutilazioni genitali femminili per me è un dolore. Quindi ogni giorno, in ogni luogo in cui vado, ogni persona che io posso incontrare, se ho la possibilità ne parlo affinché un giorno ci sia un mondo dove non ci siano più le mutilazioni genitali femminili. Io infatti vorrei aggiungere di sognare un mondo in cui non ci siano persone fortunate e altre un po' meno fortunate, perché se semplicemente una persona è stata un po' meno fortunata da subire queste mutilazioni genitali femminili, per me è ingiusto. Quindi questa forza e questa energia mi porta ogni giorno
a lottare per i diritti e affinché tutti abbiano l'accesso e l'uguaglianza, che dovrebbe essere il diritto di base. Grazie.
Thank you so much for your comments and your energy and your positive thoughts. Is there anyone else who would like to share something? Yeah, please, I give you the floor.
Buongiorno a tutti. Mi chiamo Anzio, sono quindi trainer e vivo in Italia. Rispondo direttamente alla domanda, la forza dove la prendiamo? La forza la prendiamo quando sentiamo queste donne che raccontano la loro storia, che hanno fatto questi attraversamenti, che hanno fatto questi viaggi, attraversando il deserto, attraversando la Libia, la Tunisia, dove subiscono tantissime violenze e arrivano in Italia pensando di trovare la terra promessa, l'Eldorado. Invece arrivano e trovano tante delusioni, perché magari il sistema non è ancora adeguato e quindi dobbiamo accompagnare queste donne, sostenerle. E io quando arrivo a casa sono talmente esausta che non riesco a mangiare né a dormire e dico ma no, devo smettere perché devo pensare a me. Però mi sveglio il giorno dopo, ho ancora più forza, vado e dico devo aiutare queste donne, devo dare il mio supporto, perché io sono sfortunata e non ho visto queste cose e devo dare il mio sostegno. E la forza la troviamo anche quando qualcuno riesce a avere la protezione internazionale. Questa è una grande soddisfazione. Diciamo, sono riuscita a aiutare, a dare il mio sostegno, a accompagnare una donna, anche se il passo è piccolo, magari un giorno riusciamo a sradicare questo.
Grazie mille, Ansatu. Thank you very much. I know I have here Evariste who wants to add something.
Yeah, just. So I would just like to add some few words regarding what for me, what's encouraged me to create project, which gives me this power. You know, since I heard that this practice there's no I don't know right people to do it, you know. So I try to find some information that there's no no one is asking me to do. There's no positive way. Things that this gives me the power to contribute to do something that it. So when I heard about this project, and I also heard about what my wife was doing, I said I must do something. And you can really see today because you see we are talking about FGM, not just regarding women. Women also can do something, we can really support this. So when I go for a community meeting, when I with community members, I go there with really power. I'm really organized. I'm really I like what I do. So I hope that all of us here, all men, we also feel the same as we, because we really have to empower other men to integrate, to do this work that we do. Because all our women, they need us, they need our empowerment. Yeah. So if you don't really understand what is, you cannot have this power. The best important is to know, okay, what are the consequences? Is this person really helpful? Yeah. Till now, I've never heard about the positive part of this practice. So we really have to continue supporting our so that's what our So even if I'm working, I'm still continue working my wife organization. We are going to huge work. We are at school. We organize a sensitive campaign. We talk with community. As we talk, we encourage men to continue the work to talk with their families. Yeah, this is very important.
I think it's really important to have men as our allies in this. So thank you to all the men who are here. And I have any more comments? I think please, I see first at the back, and then you go as well, and then okay, 3 more. Thank you, please. Sì.
Sono sono Caricini, sono egiziana, vivo in Italia da 30 anni, sono volontaria e più lavoratrice. Lavoro 4 giorni, 4 ore, volontaria tutta la giornata, faccio anche il centro ascolto, tramite il telefono, tramite gli incontri. Responsabilità della mia comunità mi sono sentita da quando sono arrivata in Italia. Vedere questi bambini che vengono a praticare questa pratica mi fa sentire male. E nel frattempo anche la mia preoccupazione peggiore per i giovani che hanno bisogno di essere supportati e parlare con le famiglie, non solo con la madre, ma con la famiglia, per passare questo messaggio che non possiamo fare questa anche ai nostri giovani o ai nostri bambini. Soprattutto quelli che vedo dentro le scuole, perché tante volte i progetti europei entrano dentro la scuola del parlare e questa parte qui della scuola ci porta tantissimi di matrimoni forzati, sono sempre alla chiamata del caso dove l'ha citato il Rio e queste pratiche qui non ci aiutano, per questa mi dà la forza, mi dà l'energia di continuare. Non ho mai smesso tutti questi 30 anni di lavorare al di là dei progetti. Nel progetto mi sono aumentata tanti del lavoro sul territorio, questo ci aiuta tantissimo, devo essere anche conosciuta ActionAid a Milano. Mi piacerebbe continuare anche a conoscere tutti i leader della comunità, con community trainer, perché c'è un aiuto tra anche noi, ci dà questa forza. Grazie a tutti, buona giornata.
It is really important and really powerful. We had yesterday a European exchange meeting with all the community trainers from the different countries. And this is also something I think that brings strength to them, but to us also as project staff. So thank you for this comment. I see your response, please.
Yeah, my name is AkiDwA. I'm from Germany. I work with TERRE as a community trainer. And just to add a comment to what he was asking about where we get our strength, training the victims, also let's say the survivors or the providers, as we always say. Okay, for me, my strength always comes from my own painful experience that I got as a survivor of FGM. And since I came here, like Deborah said, you own your pain. Like we'll be explaining, smiling or laughing. Today I stand before them and I will explain my story to them, laughing with them. So when I was coming, I came with a pregnancy, like 8 months, and the following month I got my baby. So in getting this baby, I was in labor for almost 3 days. So then a doctor came and asked my husband in that, but I don't understand German at that time. And she did that small operation. So at this moment, I don't know what small operation means. I say, I've never been through any operation before. So then my baby's heart fell once. Then it fell again. And they told me that they don't allow them to have child. They have to remove the baby. So the baby was removed. Then the second baby, my uterus got fractured. Then the doctor started explaining that if you go through that, then my husband is going to start. It's because of the female genital mutilation they were talking about. But then I didn't have it. So if I stand before the survivors or the ones I train, I always explain my story to them, smiling, laughing. Then I told them that, you know what happened? On that day, the second baby, I told them to remove. The doctors, my husband, plus the nurses, they all said that I was not feeling any pain. I was feeling just and having a pressure. I was alone, defenseless, telling them, please remove the baby. They said, no, you're just feeling the pressure, you're not feeling anything, any pain. So I said, so you see what happened. So it's always very important, to know, to be open up and also ask a direct question, because at the beginning, the doctor asked me, have you been gone through FGM or have said yes? But then the question was very indirect, then I couldn't understand the question. So this is the painful story I always explain to them for them to get explained, also to listen to me, and I have explained to go on and explain some complications. So that just fuel and passion my activities towards this campaign. Thank you.
And this actually brings us to the topic of how important it is for you, community trainers, to train the key professionals. It's very important, to know the language and how to approach it. Thank you. I see two more, so I will give the floor to Salome first. Salome.
Thank you so much for your question and also for the presentation from everybody. My name is Dr. Samuel Maria, and I actually just want to talk from a community perspective and having worked with both community trainers and survivors as well, and as well with people who are giving support to those survivors as well. And just to say that I give it back to for example, the commission for giving us the funding to be able to work on the work that we are doing. AkiDwA has been working on female genital mutilation for 24 years now. And if we didn't get the funding that we are getting, for example, from the commission or from our country, it would be very, very difficult. And so it motivates us to be able to work, with community trainers at community level, with healthcare professionals, and also with survivors as well. And I don't know the situations in other countries, but it has been very, very difficult for community trainers, even when they get the survivors, where we don't have access to services and support for survivors. For example, in Ireland, we have to wait for 6 months before any medical attention is given to a survivor. There's actually a backlog there that they have to wait for a long time. But I want to thank all the collaborators that are collaborating with us, on this issue. Because quite often it's always seen as a foreign issue, that it's being brought by other people is not their problem. But with the collaborators such as the commission and the professionals, and also other people like in Ireland, we are working with the police who are helping us with the campaign on raising awareness on FGM. They are actually helping us quite a lot to be able to carry on the work that we are doing. So I would say that these collaborators are also motivating us as organizations, as people who are coming from where FGM is practiced, but also as for community trainers. So it's very, very important that they continue to receive this support, because all the community trainers receive very, very, very small kind of support, from us, whether it's financial, of which they need. They will need that to be able to keep on, feeding into their families and continue to volunteer and to support. So we really would like to encourage and to call everyone to continue to support the community trainers financially, psychologically, and in all aspects. Keep on motivating them to continue to do what they do, because it's actually needed volunteering work that they do to be able to support people who need that support. And so it's really to them everybody collaborate with this part to help us talk about FGM, respect those people who have been affected, and those who continue to support this work, mainly the community trainers in all the countries that are here represented. Thank you.
Mr. Lambert, thank you so much for your point. I think I'll collect one last point I saw from at the back. Thank you, please. Go ahead.
Io non ho una domanda, ma vorrei rispondere alla sua domanda. Da dove tiriamo fuori noi la forza di poter portare avanti questo lavoro che a volte, vista dall'altra parte, sembra un lavoro molto difficile? Parto da dire, io vengo dalla Somalia, in Africa, una comunità che vive a livello collettivo. Una volta che noi abbiamo una cultura di cui alcune pratiche di quelle culture sono da noi, e arriviamo ad avere la consapevolezza di dire vanno cambiate alcune tradizioni all'interno della cultura, allora una prende la consapevolezza di poter fare il davvero. Noi tutti qui siamo degli attivisti. Prima di iniziare a fare un lavoro si è scelto di non essere fermi ad ascoltare che siano gli altri a portare avanti una battaglia che noi dobbiamo, non è una cosa, è un dovere, dobbiamo portare avanti. Da lì parte la mia forza, quello di aver deciso di non essere più l'oggetto della discussione, ma il soggetto che discute di come fermarsi. Dall'altra parte vorrei anche vorrei dirvi un proverbio in Africa. In Africa si dice sempre chi corre di più, chi ha visto ruggire il leone o chi ha sentito ruggire il leone. Noi abbiamo visto il ruggire il leone, perché come diceva Beatrice, è una ferita che portiamo avanti, è un dolore che ci appartiene, è un dolore che ci accomuna. Allora dobbiamo correre di più di chi ha soltanto sentito ruggire il leone. Questo deriva dalla mia forza.
Thank you very much for your point. If there's no more questions or comments, there is a. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, yes, Timo, go ahead. Sorry.
Buongiorno a tutti. Allora, io praticamente la mia domanda è rivolta a voi. Forse sarà necessario creare una dibattito importante in questo teatro. Allora, io sono Silvia Sancho, sono senegalese e nella mia vita ho avuto, non posso dire più una chance, però ho fatto un'opera per 17 anni, ho lavorato questo prima legale, avevamo soltanto una commissione nazionale per i rifugiati, la protezione internazionale. Allora, nel 2005 sono stati creati tanti commissioni territoriali. Allora, durante tutto questo periodo, non vi posso dire quante donne ho incontrato io. Donne a cui forse ho aiutato, perché facendo questa figura di mediatore interprete era soltanto per facilitare la comunicazione. E la maggior parte di queste donne sono scappate, in generale africane, scappate perché volevano salvare una figlia che rischiava di essere mutilata. Probabilmente loro non si fanno. Altre donne sono scappate perché sono allo studio di violenza. E ritrovare queste donne davanti a una commissione, secondo me necessitava una preparazione. Se ne parla tanto di diritti umani, ma secondo me ci sono anche delle cose da stabilire prima, soprattutto per quanto riguarda questa poverina e i politici diversi da politici. Mi sono reso conto che purtroppo rimanevano sempre sole queste donne. Perché? Arrivati in Italia, l'accoglienza di sicuro c'era, ma non bastava. Perché per ottenere per un citizenio, per motivi almeno umanitari, ci sono dei requisiti. se queste persone non vengono informate, formate, praticamente davanti a una commissione, non sapevo neanche come iniziare a raccontare la storia. Era una cosa fondamentale. Io adesso vi domando, cari CT, e sono davvero contentissimo della presenza della Teresa qui per capire cosa dobbiamo fare tutti questi paesi europei, perché l'Italia è molto anche in Svizzera un pochettino in Francia, però io dall'Italia posso parlare. Servono dei cambiamenti, soprattutto per queste persone che arrivano e non sanno cos'è il futuro per il loro futuro qui in Italia. Perché c'è una praticamente non sanno più dove sbattere la testa. Fuggono dal loro paese, arrivano qui e nulla di certo, non sanno più che il futuro cos'è qui in Italia. Quindi cosa dobbiamo fare almeno per creare questa catena nel metterli nelle condizioni di poter affrontare la questione. Questa è la mia
I don't know if any of you on the floor wants to answer and wishes to comment, and then I think we are finished with our time. So one person of you who wishes to answer. Go ahead, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the question. As far as I know that in Germany, for example, we have like the Beratungsstelle. Beratungsstelle is like a place where women, the agreement came out to come and speak about everything about their life, what they want, if they need like to be accompanied and so on. Yeah, so to talk about, I know that in many EU countries, they are not working the same. Yeah, so I can just talk about my country, Germany. How is it? Because I know people who are working in this center for women. So, and many of them are informed that they can, if they have like, if they need like support or they want to have some information regarding, I don't know, if they want to be accompanied from office or I don't know, have to get some information have to go to that center. Yeah, so I don't know how is it in Italy, so that would be also an opportunity to ask if this can be implemented also in Italy or in other countries. Yeah.
Yes, thank you for your answer, Evariste. I think what we're trying to hear maybe to come up is that there could be, there are some good practices and we need to make it structural also in, in other countries in Europe, or maybe we still have a bit of a way to go. But thank you, and I want to thank everyone for their comments and interventions and questions. It was really interesting and really inspiring to hear from all of you. So thank you for that, and I thank my community trainers here with me. I will pass now the floor back to Gerard for the next and final session. Thank you.
Ouais.
Väter und der Eltern stärken, auch über die Bedürfnisse der Kinder hinweg. Und das ist echt schwierig. Wir merken das, dass diese Seite zunimmt. Wenn wir über Frühverheiratungen reden, brauchen wir nicht nur nach Afrika blicken. Wir haben in Amerika einige Bundesländer, dort gibt es keine Untergrenze für Verheiratungen. Dort werden Mädchen mit 12, 13, auch schon mit 9 Jahren verheiratet und es ist gesetzlich erlaubt. keine Untergrenze für Verheiratungen. Man darf zwar erst mit 18 Jahren wählen oder erst mit 18 Jahren ein Auto steuern oder einen Vertrag unterschreiben, aber in diesen Bundesländern, in USA, in diesen Bundesländern sind Frühverheiratungen erlaubt, weil es das Recht der Familie ist. Und ich glaube hier, und das ist, ich bin Politikerin, ich bin keine, die diese Beratungsarbeit macht, wie Sie machen. Ich arbeite daran, die Rahmenbedingungen so zu stärken, dass es eines ganz klar ist, das Recht einer Familie wollen wir nicht brechen. Familien sollen über sich entscheiden. Aber nur dann, wenn die Unversehrtheit aller Familienmitglieder auch gewährt ist. Das sind die Kleinsten, die Kinder, das sind die Schwächsten, oft die Frauen, aber es sind auch natürlich die Männer, wir kämpfen auch für die Unversehrtheit der Männer, denn wir kämpfen, wenn wir für Gleichstellung kämpfen, für alle Geschlechter. Das heißt, wir haben einen politischen Kampf. Sie haben den Kampf ganz vor Ort mit Frauen, mit Familien, mit Communities, die sie aufklären wollen, wo sie wie einen Schneeball werfen wollen, der größer und größer wird. Das ist ihre Aufgabe. Unsere Aufgabe im Parlament ist, dass die Gesetzgebung eindeutig und klar steht. My body, my right. Mein Körper, mein Recht. Und dieses Recht kann nicht genommen werden, wenn Kinder noch ganz klein sind. Dieses Recht kann nicht genommen werden, weil Frauen sich nicht wehren können. Wenn man sich vorstellt, dass man in Deutschland die Erlaubnis von Eltern braucht, um sich tätowieren zu lassen, weil man weiß, das ist ein Eingriff in die körperliche Unversehrtheit. Und genauso muss es klar sein, dass Genitalverstümmelung nicht einmal im Bereich des Elternrechts ist, denn hier muss die Gesellschaft stehen. Was ist unser Ziel? Unser Ziel ist einerseits natürlich in Europa die Situation zu verbessern. Aber unser Ziel ist immer, und das habe ich vorher auch durch die Fragen gehört, unser Ziel ist immer auch in anderen Ländern als gutes Vorbild zu stehen, aber auch bei Verträgen, die mit anderen Ländern geschlossen werden, deutlich zu machen, diese oder jede Handelsverträge sind möglich, aber nur wenn. Immer wieder auch Verbindungen mit sozialen Bereichen, und das ist etwas, was man oft uns in der EU sehr negativ angreift und sagt, wenn ihr eine Straße baut in Afrika, dann baut ihr doch nur eine Straße. Nein. Wenn hier eine Straße gebaut wird, muss klar sein, dass die Arbeitsbedingungen für die Männer in Ordnung sind, dass neben dem Straßenbau eine Schule ist, dass die Kinder in die Schule gehen können, dass keine Zwangsarbeit stattfindet, dass keine Kinderarbeit stattfindet. Das sind Bedingungen, die mit der Straße in einem Block auf einem Papier stehen. Aber auch hier, und bitte verzeihen Sie mir, dass ich jetzt vielleicht mit weniger mit vielleicht auch noch negativen Worten hier beende. Auch hier merken wir, dass weltweit ein Systemkampf stattfindet. Ich war 10 Jahre für Afrika zuständig und war viele Mal. Und wenn wir dort erleben, dass zum Beispiel chinesische Unternehmen sagen, wir schauen nicht bei euch, wie ihr es macht, und ihr schaut nicht bei uns, wie wir es machen. Wir versprechen uns, dass wir gegenseitig nicht darauf achten, wer wie mit seinen Menschen umgeht. Das ist nicht unsere Idee. Unsere Idee ist, dass auch große Projekte einen Mehrwert für die gesamte Gesellschaft, sei es in Europa, aber auch natürlich im Rest der Welt, überall darstellen. Aber wir merken, der Wind bläst kälter. Der Wind bläst kälter, eine Gemeinschaft, ich habe das Gefühl, teilt sich in diejenigen, die die Menschenrechte stärken wollen, und in diejenigen, die der Meinung sind, Menschenrechte stören und kosten nur Geld. Und wir stehen hier als Europäisches Parlament, und ich bin zwar jetzt heute nur die einzige Abgeordnete, aber ich kann Ihnen sagen, dass von den 720 Abgeordneten mindestens 500 Abgeordnete genauso stehen wie ich. Die sagen, Eingriffe in die Persönlichkeit, Eingriffe in den persönlichen Körper dürfen nie toleriert werden. Zero Toleranz. Kommissarin hat es gesagt. Dafür stehen wir. Und das ist etwas, was wir auch gerne exportieren würden, obwohl wir wissen, dass wir in Deutschland und in Europa, in den europäischen Ländern selber genügend Arbeit haben, und trotzdem wollen wir die Idee der Unversehrbarkeit eines Körpers, egal von welchen Menschen, diese Idee wollen wir gerne natürlich auch diskutieren. Aber nochmal zum Schluss, danke Ihnen. Danke Ihnen für Ihre Arbeit. Ich glaube manchmal, in der christlichen Religion spricht man davon, dass man später im Himmel ist. Und ich glaube, für Menschen, die sich einsetzen zum Thema, dass man gegen Genitalverstümmelung arbeitet, für Menschen gibt es im Himmel eine ganz besondere Wolke. Eine ganz besondere Wolke, Nämlich es sind Menschen, die über die eigene Idee hinaus und über den eigenen Körper hinaus sich für andere einsetzen. Dafür nochmal ganz, ganz herzlichen Dank. Danke auch für die wunderbare Organisation der Tagung. Und es war mir eine Ehre und wirklich eine Freude, das Europäische Parlament mit diesem Raum für Sie zu öffnen. Denn was nicht funktioniert, ist, dass dieses Thema in einem Winterzimmer besprochen wird. Dieses Thema muss genau dort besprochen werden, wo Politik gemacht wird, wo Gesellschaften geformt werden. Genau hier im Europäischen Parlament und nicht irgendwo in einem kleinen Zimmer ganz weit hinten. Deswegen ist es mir eine Freude und Ehre, dass ich Ihnen die Türe öffnen könnte und ich freue mich jetzt noch bei einem kleinen Imbiss zu einem guten Austausch mit Ihnen ins Gespräch kommen zu dürfen. Danke.
Thank you so much, MP Mencken. As we conclude, I'd like to invite Hannah Funzel for some Mentimeter questions for our evaluation. Please take a moment to respond to the questions on screen. They will be on screen in 1 second.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. So as we wrap up today's Joint ActionAid conference, we of course would like to hear your thoughts. Your feedback is invaluable to us, and we want to make sure that your experience today has been impactful and meaningful. And to make it easy and fun, we will use Mentimeter, so grab your phone and scan the QR code, or visit menti.com and use the numerical codes up there and provide your feedback to the few questions.
Can you put the slide back? The
Yes,
QR back?
thank you. Now we can go to the next slide.
Yeah, but they need the code still. 1 second.
Yes, please, we will look now at the results. Please, everyone, answer to the questions with the QR code or going to menti.com and introducing the number up.
Everybody has it?
I think it will still be open.
Okay, so please do answer the questions for the evaluation, and also, next slide, answer the EU survey with our project number. Now, I'd like to wrap up. Thank you all for your participation. I encourage everyone.
You want to look at the answers?
Excuse me?
Look at the answers 1 second.
As I said, we answered you. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so let's look at the answers.
Yeah, it's wonderful to see that so many of you feel that today's conference has deepened your understanding and awareness of the key topics that were discussed. And maybe we can have a look at the next slide also. And yes, I think those thoughts and words you've shared in the word cloud truly speak for themselves. And with that, we can wrap up and continue conversation over time. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you very much, Hannah. Now I'd like to invite everyone to take a group picture with our amazing photographer. So come here at the front and let's take a picture, and then we can enjoy our networking reception at the end. Thank you very much, everyone.